Good afternoon, I'm Francisco Hernandez and my teammates are Mateo Ortega and Marcela Sansores. And we're presenting the gluten myth, where it's a health benefactor or a silent killer. First of all, let's start describing what does gluten is. The gluten is a protein found in many grains, including wheat, barley, and rye, so it's not surprised that it's found in many of people's diets. In recent years, the belief that gluten is harmful for health, that going on a free gluten diet will give you more proper health, has been like very rose up in the population, and people has started not to buy gluten products and start buying gluten-free products. But why are they doing this? First of all, because there are three diseases that are caused by the gluten inception. First of all, there's the celiac disease. Such disease makes your immune system react poorly when gluten is consumed. It attacks itself and damages a lot your large intestine. So it affects you in your absorption of nutrients. So it's like a really bad digestive problem. And then is a wheat allergy, which may affect you like in seconds. So it's really, really quick and it's like just eating some bread. So if you have it, you'll know you'll have it by now. This condition affects you not when eating gluten, but when eating subsequent of it. So many gluten products may have this subsequent element. But not necessarily all gluten-free products may not have this element. So even gluten-free products may cause your this weight allergy. The last one is the gluten intolerance. Whose reports are a lot more common than the diseases previously. The scientists are still debated if this is a real disease or if just like a social psychosis caused by the high levels of carbohydrates that we're experiencing in the latest years.
Marcela Sansores de la Garza. Now, we have a couple of conditions that can be severed by the consumption of gluten. First of all, we have schizophrenia. It is known that people who consume gluten are more prone to developing schizophrenia than those who don't. The second one of all is irritable bowel syndrome. The development of irritable bowel syndrome is not linked to the consumption of gluten, but it is recommended that if you have it, you lower your ingest of it. The last of these conditions is fibromyalgia. The development of fibromyalgia has not been confirmed to be linked to the consumption of gluten, but there are studies that are being done to prove it. The only thing is that there aren't enough cases to prove this yet. The real effect of gluten on the population. Only 1% of UK's citizens have been proved to have celiac disease, and only 0.1% have confirmed to have wheat allergy. And yet, 7% believe to have it. A survey conducted by National Public Radio has confirmed that almost two-thirds of the population of America would prefer to lower their ingest of gluten, all because of these beliefs.
Hi, my name is Mateo Ortega, and today I'll be talking about gluten. So, if I'm a healthy person, should I stop eating gluten? The answer to this question is uncertain. So, even though gluten appears as a bad thing, it is only for the persons who have an unhealthy life. There are two research that were led by the same scientists in which they show that food that contain gluten may be deficient or not rich in some minerals and nutrients. This meaning that you could benefit from not eating these foods. But in conclusion, it can be said that it is only harmful for persons that have a disease such as celiac disease or the other two that were mentioned above, as gluten targets them directly and affects them in a negative way. And for the person that have a healthy life and consume gluten, it is recommendable to stop eating gluten as a preventer of proximate disease, as it is not a good source of any nutrient and you can skip it on your daily life and take it out of your diet. This could make you have more benefits and avoid risk factors of many diseases, making gluten a bad food in conclusion.